Hello, everybody. Welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK for the Rhódania Chronicles. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
I'm giving for Pat.
Do not fret, friends. Connell is not being portrayed by two spinning cubes tonight. We have just been having some technical difficulties. We are working our way through them. As you can see, we're in the process of doing that right now.
Oh,
so,
Jesus.
That's marginally worse. Let's go back to that one. It's fine.
No, what's happening here?
Anyway, it'll sort itself out. In the meantime, why don't I do some introductions so you can concentrate? I mean, you've got my face here twice now, so I want you listening very carefully while I get these introductions. So,
hello. Hi, guys. I'm here. Hello.
A voice beckons from the heavens. Could it be our rock boy?
Okay, so am I playing as Reese tonight? Is that what's going on?
And I'm Frank.
I'm Bob.
It's an episode where we play each other's characters. That would be dangerous.
The Freaky Friday situation.
I'm tempted to do something like that at some point. So, we'll see.
Body swapping episodes? Absolutely. Where there's a curse thing.
I mean, I've already proven that I can do Bob.
Character sheets.
How dare you? I will DM the shit out of all of you. I will ruin your lives.
You may certainly try. So, first of all, a big thank you to our wonderful friends. Is the chat command going to work this week? Yes, Sirenscape, who graces with their wonderful audio platform. You can be a Super Siren subscriber today by going to that website in the link in the chat and getting a free trial. I think it's 30 days. You can be a Super Siren subscriber for free and have access to over 1,000 different ambiences, musics, sad trombone noises. You can upload your own sounds and stuff. It's fantastic. And also, with that being said, we also do support some wonderful independent musicians as well, utilizing that exact method. People such as Travis Savoy, Michael Gelfie, Hunter Rogerson, Tabletop Audio, The Seventh Midnight, Cullen Vance, and Mr. Scott Lee. A big shout out and love to all those wonderful people. Moving swiftly on, you can see our cameras might not be in the right places, but our character art is. Look at this glorious character art we have on our layout, done by the ever fabulous, fantastic, wonderful Aviv Orr, who... please go and give her some love on Twitter. The link is in the chat there. Would 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10 recommend for commissions?
Yeah, amazing. I gotta say, first of all, we're missing the best part of me, which is my beard. And there's definitely a space that's just concentrating very much on my right now. So
that is very true. that is a high charisma check. Anyway, moving swiftly on, let's give a big love and hardy ha to D&D Beyond, who provide their... Hey, we're back! We've got him! Our rock boy is in the right place. There we go.
I'm going to reset my laptop. I'm sorry, everybody. It is
Therapy.
Good.
It was good while it lasted.
Me.
Suplex me, bitch.
Hey, we haven't even started the episode yet. We're not rolling initiative. Moving swiftly on.
Now, time.
Silence. Let me finish this, and then we can do the killing each other. D&D Beyond helped us make our chaotic characters using their fantastic platform. Feel free to go over and check them out if you haven't already. It's really useful. I use it for all my characters, like the Order of Scribes Kalashtar Wizard that I play on bi-weekly Fridays over on the Phoenix Iwaki channel. Go check Phoenix Iwaki out. You will not regret it. My favorite DM in the entire world. And yes, D&D Beyond. We also would like to support the Super Denny Brothers over on Etsy, who print some fantastic minis, some of which you will see on this show. On the rare occasion we might have a very particularly big, fantastical encounter. Yeah, that's right, we don't use virtual tabletops, we use real minis on a real battle map. Minis that I paint, maps that I create, spend all my money on getting... I mean, You know, you've peaked in life when you spend the last of your money on like 2-inch fake conifer trees to put on your battle maps.
That's important.
It's a mood.
I did that too.
Yeah, but
It's great.
Speaking of which, I've actually talked to Super Nanny Bros about getting a mini printed for like another game I'm in, and super friendly. So, like the guy Jamie's really nice. So yeah,
hell yeah. Excellent. So go use that link in the chat and give them some love. We also have a community Discord. If you haven't already, please go ahead and join us there, where you can be among the first to hear all our announcements and updates, and potentially even join our table as we are being raided by the wonderful friends over at Roll Together. Greetings and salutations, my dear friends. You are just in time as we are getting started. Big love to you. Let's see if I remember how to do a shout out. Well, they changed it recently, didn't they? So this is good practice for me. Yeah, I think wasn't shouting out, you had to do it through a bot before or something.
Their own version.
Now they've got their own thing
through a bot.
Yeah.
But they've got their own.
Yay, Roll Together!
You can also find out if someone shouted you out while you're offline as well, which is pretty cool. I found out the other day.
I need to try that. I need to try that again, because apparently I can't spell. There we go. No, that's a raid. I cannot. Pro streamer right here.
Definitely the most chaotic start. I love it.
It really
Absolutely.
is. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? That's what we're all here for. There we go. Join us in following Roll Together RPG. It's amazing to have you all here. That's our biggest raid yet, I think. You're all very welcome as we begin our tale shortly, once I get through my silly announcements. Moving swiftly on after the Discord, yes, do join us. There's the link again. You can join us to be the first to hear about all our new announcements. You can also potentially grab a seat at the table when we announce new projects. Some coming very soon, in fact, so keep your eyes peeled for that. We also have a merch store. We have some new merch. I think I say that every week. I just have a bit of an addiction to making new merch, it seems. But as you can see in the background, slightly hindered by the character art. There we go. We have lots of different merch designs. The newest one features our starry form Rhódania in her new form with a very fantastic quote from the last session, which I had to put on merch, which, if I recall, is "I'm all starry and shit."
Yeah.
So if you want that on a t-shirt, that is the link to use. And last but certainly not least, if you can't stay with us for the whole of tonight, don't worry about it. We appreciate you being here. We love you. And you can also use this link to find our YouTube channel, where all the VODs are posted immediately after the stream almost. I tend to forego sleep to make sure that it's up within at least 6 to 12 hours. So, yeah, that's just...
Stop. Sleep.
Sleep is for losers. I am a winner. And with that, let's go ahead and go around the table and meet our fabulous players, find out who they are, who they're playing, and, as always, let's have an interesting random fact about your character. Starting with Mai.
Hi, I'm Mai, aka Mai the Pirate. I play Rhódania, the Feely Star of Circle of Stars Druid. Oh my god, my brain. And I suppose the most random but somewhat crucial fact about Rhódania is that she's allergic to cabbages.
Interesting. Let me just make a note. Bring the cabbage man from Avatar into the campaign. Okay, gotcha.
It's a must.
I mean, yeah. Thank you so much. I will make use of that at some point, I'm sure. I know there is a wild magic surge that involves cabbages spawning everywhere, because it happened in the first honey heist I ever ran, so the possibility is there.
I mean, it might just be that she's allergic to eating cabbages. I don't know what kind of allergy.
There's only one way to find out. See how good your constitution rolls are. Moving on, Pat.
Hello, I am Pat, aka Pat Toon. Sometimes I draw art on Monday nights. I play Conal McGinnisty, Earth Genasi Rune Fighter. Conal's run fact this week. I guess it's just going to extend to a Patrick's deck. Technology is shit, everybody. We should just back the analog stuff. It's fucking ruining my life at the moment. But no, getting back to it, I would say one of Conal's favorite things to eat would be, I would say, chunky chips with rock salt over them.
Rock salt, of course. Why am I not surprised? I love it though. Thank you so much. Kyle.
I'm Kyle. I play Bob, the local physicist, come mage, who traveled to this world against his will. The fun fact about Bob, I think, is that he, every single time he finds a new telescope, the way that he sort of marks it as his is he'll play that trick where he'll put like dust around it, so the first person that looks through it gets a big circle around their eye. That's the funniest thing in the world.
Hell yeah, I love it. Can't wait for you to do that to my NPCs. Thank you. Bridget.
Hello, I am Bridget. I play Fright, the Way of the Long Dead Shatterkind monk. And fun fact about her, through a series of trial and error, she learned how to carve wood into little intricate shapes to make her a very precious gift.
Yes, we saw that very precious gift. I'm interested in the error side of trial and error. So how many like malformed brims were there before that first one was perfectly carved?
I think one of the first things she ever tried to carve was just a cloud, because she was in the Shadowfell surrounded by just darkness and clouds.
Not a lot of inspiration in the Shadowfell.
No.
Probably not enough light either.
No. I mean, you can draw really good shadows. All right, and last but never least, Wyatt.
Hi, friends. My name is Wyatt. I play Reese. He is our wonderful... Who is Reese? College of Whispers Bard and Life Cleric. That's who he is.
We're all a bit off today, aren't we?
I love it.
I've never been able to fully remember who he is. I have it written down. Anyway, moving on. His least favorite fish, because I told you guys his favorite fish to eat. His least favorite is eel. He does not like eel.
Ooh, no unagi for him.
Rhódania will remember that.
No unagi for him. Wyatt loves unagi. That's one of his favorites, but Reese not so much.
See, I'm with Reese on that one. It's the texture. It's a no.
But with the unagi sauce and everything, oh, it's great.
The unagi sauce is great. It's just the actual unagi.
All right, thank you very much. And I am Pat, your ever humble dungeon master, and I'm playing everybody else, it seems. So, interesting fact about well, we're in a brand new area with a city full of new NPCs. So, interesting fact.
I would just like to point out one thing before we start. Patch, you told me when I asked you if I should have caffeinated tea or uncaffeinated tea, that I should go for the mellow tea. I feel like you lied to me. Given the utter chaos of what is happening, I need the caffeine.
I'm gonna make a deception check here. That's a 7. I totally lied to you. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you an interesting fact about Winston,
Okay.
which is the barman who Bob has taken a particular liking to.
Oh.
So, Winston is from the city of Ithiriond originally, and has always been a connoisseur of fine drinks, invented a lot of cocktails in the city of Ithiriond, and he found himself aboard the Discourteous Rose after... Actually, I don't want to reveal everything about that. Let's just say...
But so any pub that we go to, there'll be a drink called...
I mean, there's a high chance they've at least heard about him. He may have worked there. There's only one way to find out. But through specific, almost life-altering changes, he found himself aboard the Discourteous Rose, and Bob's probably the first person he's connected with for quite some time.
Oh.
And the less said about that, the better. So, with our introductions out of the way, welcome everyone to tonight's session. I hope you have a lovely time. Let's do a quick recap of where we are. With our heroes, the Wyld Ones, finally arriving at the city of Ithiriond aboard the Skycarver vessel, the Discourteous Rose. After coming to the aid of Roshan's Rise, a settlement situated in a gigantic tree that is inhabited by humble folk-esque critters. Lots of owl folk, mainly. They were beset upon by a dancer of shadows, a demon-like figure from the Shadowfell, with loose but present connections to Frike, certainly Frike's family. And there was also discoveries made about Rhódania's heritage, or possible heritage. Nothing was confirmed in stone, but there were a lot of theories and dreams and flashbacks and resurfaced memories, and which seemed to suggest that perhaps there is a royal element towards Rhódania's heritage. But after taking care of the evil in Roshan's Rise and saving not just the captain of the ship, Madeline Crowley, but also our stream layout, hopefully, but also Thrasham Foe, Zundanag's fighting champion, and one of Conall McGuinness's heroes, specifically. The group made their journey back towards the capital city in Rhódania, Ithiriond, where they are to report back to the king with the potential for a reward, perhaps? Not even sure. It's not really been stated as of yet. But there's only one way to find out. And we find out by playing the Rhódania Chronicles. So, we pick back up where we left off last week. You're all being led in through the gates of the city of Ithiriond, known by many as the City of the Iron Guard, which is a reference to its particularly strong army. You enter into a large marketplace known as the Brass Bazaar, which is bustling with life at the minute. It's a clear summer's day. There are market stalls, there's people walking about left, right, and centre. The mood amongst the populace seems to be quite good. And as Madeline and Thrash lead you through the city, thank you for following, Pixie. Appreciate it.
Oh, Pixie.
The captain and Thrash lead you through the city, through the Brass Bazaar. You lead into the Edge Row, where you pass, at one point, a very sort of, almost like old cathedral-esque building. And on the sign, it says the Halls of Feingrat. Which is, in fact, everyone make a history check to see if you've ever heard of the Feingrat Society.
The Fine Grass Society.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Gonna use my good die.
19.
Ooh,
Only 17.
17, okay.
19.
19? Okay.
Hey, smart cats.
7.
I got a flat 18.
Flat 18. Okay, so Frike is still learning many of the areas of culture within Rhódania. So you see this building. It looks nice, but it doesn't hold any other sort of significance within your knowledge or your memory. The rest of you, I'd say Bob in particular, as Bob has read about many, many things, would know about the Feingrat Society essentially being a guild of artificers, or artificers, however you want to pronounce it, which is known sort of worldwide, and they are responsible for a lot of technological advancements. However, in recent years, they have been sort of overpowered by the city of Caithern, which appeared during the Great Reconvergence, which is very technologically advanced. So the Halls of Feingrat are somewhat less popular than they used to be. But still, it's a lovely building to walk past. You continue on through the Azure Terrace, passing lots of different shops and market stalls, a rather nice looking bathhouse, until eventually you are brought round to the Halls of Insight, which is the royal palace of Ithiriond. It's quite a grand palace, the highest point of the city, many towers, pointed towers leading up from the roof. And along the path on either side of you is just a line of guards on either side, holding big tower shields and spears, full plate armor. Look quite menacing. You see the odd one that kind of looks like it's the first day. They look a bit nervous. But Madeline and Thrashen lead you into the chambers of the Halls of Insight, where you're eventually led into a large room, and a servant approaches and says, "You are expected, yes. His Majesty will be with you shortly. He's just finishing up his last meeting." The captain says, "Oh, thank you. And you are left to your own devices."
Who is the royalty of this land, if we haven't heard before?
Go ahead and make another history check. See if you have. The DC on this will be easier. 12. Oh, natural one. Oh, frike. I mean, that's it works for the theme, really.
12.
What'd you get, Pat?
12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone higher than a 12?
Let me see. And this is another history check?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a 20.
20. Okay. Mai? You are muted, my dear.
sorry, I sneezed. That's why I muted myself. I got an 18.
An 18? Okay. So I would say that Bob and Rhódania, you would know of the royal family, the Nemarian family. The current king is Kitus Nemarian. And he is a recent widow, as his lady Marai sadly passed a couple of years ago due to natural causes. But he's a very well-respected king, someone who has maintained peace for the majority of his reign. Anytime there's been any sort of incursions or any trouble of any kind, he's been quick to assess the situation and deal with it. He was involved in the recent incursion of the Karamoon, which is a particular sort of sect of Dragonborn folk who came from a long time ago during the events of Campaign 1, returned to the world after being sent away to seek vengeance, and were dealt with by a group of heroes under the command of Kitus Nemarian.
The only thing that I want to... does he help fund the libraries?
As the sort of the king of pretty much the free peoples of Rhódania at this stage, the lands have been very prosperous under his rule, and there has been little to zero sort of complaints or issues raised in regards to funding or resource management or anything. The library, particularly the Grand Libraries of Illin, especially since the Great Reconvergence, has been more than adequately funded.
With me, I would only want to know if he has any knowledge about any of the other royal families that even before the convergence, since the convergence, if he has any knowledge of any of the history of those.
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
But you're all in the waiting area with Thrasham and Madeline. There's like a table and chairs, but they're not sat down. You can see Madeline looks a bit sort of anxious.
So, Thrasham, I've never met a royalty before. What's customary here?
Oh, well, it's quite simple, really. You just have to be respectful and not speak too loudly and use intricate and articulate language and
So would you suggest I don't say, hey, pal, hey, big man, then?
Oh, dear.
Hey, royal pal.
I can hear them coming to get you already.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Oh, God, that was perfect timing. That was fine.
Sorry, I live in Baltimore. It's a very high crime.
I would say saying things like that could get you put in the dungeons. So, yes, maybe less of the big man.
Perhaps you and I will go together. Then I shall maybe translate for you.
I don't know if that's an insult or what.
If I'm honest...
It means that you're a delightful person, but there's a time and a place, and I might be able to help to smooth things over to get you the...
Or I could just be quiet and just have a nap in the corner. I only seem to create chaos wherever I go. Would you prefer man?
Well, I feel like to offend. I didn't mean to, my dear. I apologize.
It wasn't the offense, it was the insinuation.
Oh dear.
I can use big words, big man.
I do enjoy a multi-syllabic conversation.
Discombobulate. Exacerbate. Sponge.
Ah, there you go. You see, Connell, that intricate language. Aren't you all very capable for Rhódania?
Yeah, big man doesn't think so, though. I'm just gonna go sidle up next to Reese and just kind of tuck myself under his, by his neck. Just like, if you need me, I'll be here where I'm not wanted. I mean, here where anyone just snuggle under here.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
You're horribly, horribly wrong.
Oh dear, this is not very stealthy at all. I rolled. Well, it's a 6.
Okay, that's fine. So you are very confident that you are well hidden under this cape, and no one is none the wiser.
I'm at the point where I don't care if anyone can see me. I'm well enough. I'm having a wee strop to myself, you know.
Okay.
Everyone else excited for the city?
I suppose. It's all
So
very fancy.
I'm definitely not letting ask these guys for a fight. That'd be
That's
bad, right?
very. Oh no.
Someone needs to
Because-
find this
because-
guy a fight club.
Because if this guy's the king, clearly he's the top of the food chain.
Okay,
No.
just because he's
No,
king
Connell.
doesn't mean you fight a king. I mean, unless you want to start an insurrection, but that's
What's an insurrection?
You'll
Tales
get it
only
if you
told-
fight the king.
Tales-
Okay.
Something that typically one does not want to discuss when a monarch's representative is present.
I
You
think the
can
only time where it's appropriate to fight a monarch if it's a monarch versus a monarch.
You can see Madeline's already present anxiety is rapidly building right now.
So maybe I shouldn't
are we-
talk.
Are we actually in front of the king?
No.
Make a perception check.
Oh no, we've been in front of him the whole time. He's been in the He's gonna be like in bloody Arrested Development with that guy. He's like, I am in disguise. Yeah, I forgot what his name is.
Gene Parmesan.
That's it.
Okay. You take a good look around. No, there's definitely no one of any regal authority present.
Okay. I'm definitely, having suddenly realized, oh shit, is the king. Like, there's a flip around and be like, oh, all right, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I
Keep
think
telling yourself that.
it's fine. Fine. Don't
Yeah.
you start with me.
I'm being nice with a sprinkle of sarcasm. All right.
I'm gonna walk away with running on my shoulders.
I'm literally like this though, just trying to stop the words coming out of my mouth. 'Cause
Bob, you just hear Feronia get fainter and fainter, very slightly as I go walk towards the doors.
just a
Because I want to go into
faint.
Other shit happening.
It's like, "Ow."
Okay. You're to inspect the doors.
I am to inspect the doors.
Okay, go
Absolutely.
ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Cool. I want to see if they're locked, first of all.
Question: is there anyone else?
I feel like Feronia turns to Reese and says, "Yes, Reese, that is a door."
Right. So, am I correct?
Right.
Am I correct in assuming that was that one?
That wasn't that one. Yes.
Okay, we will
You
get
walk
to that
into it.
in a moment. Frank, you were just saying?
So there's no one of royal significance. Is there anyone else? I mean, besides the guards and stuff?
No one else.
No one else? Okay. I think she would just maybe just like be taking notes on what all of this is, probably on her hand, and maybe just she'd probably stick close to Connell though.
Okay.
So we shouldn't fight, right? We shouldn't fight anyone here.
I mean, that's what everyone's saying to me. I mean, it makes sense for what I'm trying to get across, right? Like, top of the food chain, like, he's the strongest of the strong. Like, you want to get to his level, right?
Yeah. It's just, it's too fancy. It's too clean in here. I don't know if I like it.
Have you guys got a king in the Shadowfell?
Question, would I remember that?
You'd know that there's no specific royalty per se, but your father did hold a tremendous amount of power in the domain in particular that you are from. And that the majority of the Shadowfell itself sort of serves the Raven Queen, and the domains of Dread in particular are lands powered by representatives of the Dark Powers, which is as much as you know. Like, in terms of an understanding of what that is, it's a bit above your pay grade, so to speak.
There is one other sort of royal thing, at least in the D&D cosmology, goes.
So to Connell, I would say, I think it was more of the Raven Queen. We tend to follow there, so something about male authority baffles me.
So like, the Raven Queen, she's like this big queen leader person. What's she like?
Well, I've never met her per se, but she's the reason I can teleport. It's her blessing.
Meanwhile, Reese, you go over to inspect the door, and it is a rather fantastic set of double doors. Gold inlay, painted mostly white, but there's intricate designs in like a deep blue, silhouettes of like a skyline, and almost like paintings depicting events that maybe they happened in the city, who knows. It could be telling a story and you're following the story in each bit of this door. And it gets really interesting, so you get down lower as you get to the bottom of the door, and you get right down on your hands and knees. At this point, Feronia is also just sort of peeking out from underneath the cloak. And you're thinking, wait, I think I know how this ends. It clicks in your mind. I know how this story ends. Make a dexterity saving throw as the doors burst open in your face while you're on the ground.
Is this just Reese?
No, actually, yeah, Feronia, make yours. And make yours at disadvantage, Feronia, because...
This is what comes of...
You're tucked underneath.
In anger and rage.
13.
13, yeah? Okay, Reese?
I I can't find my dex. Oh, there it is. +2. Yeah, that's a 5.
A 5. Okay.
Oh, for
wow.
fuck's sake.
So as the door collides open, it actually knocks Rhódania out of the cape and like doing a bit of a backflip almost. And you somehow manage to stick the landing, whereas Reese, you get clattered in the head. It really stings. You get knocked prone as you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And you're knocked back 5-10 feet. And you look up and you see that there are a group of guards at the door, now looking down at you like...
Okay, so as I'm hit, I'm gonna say, your mom's a hog, and I'm gonna cast Gift of Gab.
Love you so much.
Oh my god.
Hurt really bad. I was reading the goddamn story, and you did that. Gift of Gab. I'm just gonna like rub my nose and walk away again.
Okay. They just sort of, they don't even say anything, they're just looking at you like... And they look at each other. Right. And they sort of start walking in. Go on.
Are they? Is it just guards or is somebody?
So a group of guards start filing into the room and they sort of fan out in a line. And then one comes forward, not with a weapon, but with a scroll. And he unrolls the scroll. Presenting His Royal Magnificence, King Titus Nemarian, Lord and Saviour of Ithiriond and the free peoples of Rhódania.
But not definitely gonna like sit up
That's a
straight.
long name, isn't it?
I use prestidigitation to erase the writing.
Okay.
I'm gonna dig around.
I'm
in my-
liking this tonight.
One of the things that I got with like my equipment was a borrowed book on the subject of my current study, and my current study is the reconvergence.
Okay.
And I was sent here with this book. Originally I was sent to the festival with the book in the hopes of getting it eventually to the hands of the king. There was supposed to be a courier there who was going to take it back to the royal palace. But since I'm going to be meeting the king anyway, I just started digging around in my pack, trying to find it, where it's definitely got like a little bit of ink stain on it and probably some fruit leather like attached to one of the pages. Sort of brush it off.
And while you're doing that, the rest of you see walking into the room quite a lean figure, late 40s, early 50s perhaps. Long sort of middle-hearted black hair, a little bit of salt and pepper in the roots, and the beard, which is sort of trimmed nicely to a point, but a full beard. A little bit of a twirl to the mustache. Fine blue and white robes. A golden crown upon his head, which has rubies inserted in various places. Holding an ordinary-looking wooden cane, which is a bit of a contrast to the rest of his presentation, as he walks in and looks at you all with a curious look, and then looks over towards Madeline and Thrasham. Ah, you've returned. How goes the mission? Were you able to find out anything? And Madeline rushes over. Your Majesty, we did more than that, if I'm honest. We made contact with the people, we found out what it was, and, well, with the help of this lot, we, how does one say this properly in this sort of company. And the king just sort of chuckles, says, "There's no need for formalities here, Madeline. I've known you a long time. Just please do speak freely." She goes, "Huh. We came, we saw, we kicked its shadow ass." He's like, "Oh."
People died and we made friends and discovered that old friends were amazing and wonderful people along the way. It was quite lovely.
Huh. Well, that sounds like quite an adventure, and you all helped on this?
Well, we yes, a bit. Maybe more than a bit. I mean, I don't want to Carl.
Well, Thrashing steps forward. He's like, "Oh, Your Majesty, we were there as the more experienced members, but they did all the legwork and the arm work and the rest of them work. If I'm honest, they quite commendable, their efforts." And it's about this time the king looks at Thrash and says, "Oh heavens, what happened to your arm?" And he looks over at the five of you for a split second and looks back. "Oh, it was the shadow monster. It was a terrific fight. But, you know, I'm still standing and it's not. Nothing can beat me, the champion of Zundanag."
So, one of them is. And then Bob immediately realized, not a. It's like, oh.
Bob, I don't think you should be the one talking.
What are you talking about?
Well, this all sounds rather eventful. So the danger has passed, and it's about this time that from behind Madeline pops up Carathar, the little owl folk leader from Roshan's Rise. Says, "Yes, your Majesty, allow me to introduce myself. Apologies, I am Carathar. I am the leader of our people at Roshan's Rise. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, and apologies that we did not begin a dialogue sooner. We do regret this under the recent circumstances, but these fine folk here, the Wyld Ones, I believe they're called. Yes, that's right, isn't it? Yes, they did sterling work." And you see Kaitus walks up to Carathar and crouches right down so that he meets the same level. He takes his little feathery hand. "I am glad that you and your people are safe, and I welcome you to these lands. I hope this is the beginning of a wonderful partnership between your folk and my folk." You see Carathar looks quite relieved, as he seemed quite timid when first approaching the king. And he stands back up and looks to you all. "So, the Wyld Ones. It's quite a good name. Please introduce yourselves. I wish to meet the heroes of Roshan's Rise." If anyone wants to step forward.
I'll sort of like looking around like.
He's the leader. And I point at Bob.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that. Oh my God, should we have some sort of discussion first? I mean, we need to create a blue ribbon, panel in order to see if the pros and cons.
I could say the eldest goes first. Would you rather that?
I will hit you in your mouth.
then leader goes first.
Well, my name is Bob. Very common name where I come from. I had the librarians at the Grand Library, and I have come with an interesting tome that I discovered amongst the stacks about the reconvergence that I think might be quite interesting to you, sire. Yes, I'd like to present that, and I would like to present the Wyld. We have got quite a number of talented individuals on the team. Sadly, we did say goodbye to our little friend, Grim.
He's not dead. We just said goodbye.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he's not dead. I understand the confusion there because just die of, sword wounds or getting a head cut off or exploding. Sometimes
He just has a broken heart.
Yes, broken hearts as well. It's very sad. But the rest of us are here, and I think we should start with and realizes suddenly that he's terrible at public speaking. If there's not like a podium and like a PowerPoint and like cue cards in front of him. There's. Why don't we start with our good friend Frank here, who is a masterful warrior from the Shadowfell.
Curious.
Now, Frank, that's what you should bow. Bow.
Yeah. She'll be like looking between Bob and the king and then kind of just doing a staggering type of bow and then this your excellency, your majesty, what my friend here says is true. I'm Frank and I hope the danger has truly passed for now.
Well, this is the first person I've ever met from the Shadowfell that's not attempted to put a blade into my back, so it is indeed a pleasure. And you are to be commended on your efforts, from what I understand. I am pleased you are on our side. He sort of shakes your hand.
And then we do have our special friend here, Connell, who is as you can see is an Earth Genasi. He is in fact made of stone.
Indeed.
Very interesting. And is also it's delightful.
I take it from those garbs you are of Zundenarg.
Yes, my excellency, I am from Zundenarg, born and raised on the streets, and I swing hammers, I swing swords, I sometimes grow really big. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm supposed to say here.
He's quite the hero of Roshan's. He's wonderful, constantly improving his skills on a regular basis. I'm sure if there's some sort of arena.
He can throw things really far.
I also suplex monsters.
You feel a large hand on your shoulder as Thrasham comes up behind you, puts an arm on your shoulder, says, and of course, my number one protege after this mission. And the king sort of laughs and says, oh, well, if Thrash thinks highly of you, then I, too, will think highly of you. Welcome to Ithiriond, Master Connell.
Thank you, Sir King.
Good enough. And, who else do we have?
Well, then we've got 2 feline members of our group, each of them pointing to the other. Currently, they are both quite delightful in their own rights. Here we have Princess Rhódania of Roshan's Rise. Recently discovered royalty. It's quite a shock to all of us given her vocabulary, but there is, I think she is an absolute delight and you will very much enjoy her. And I think that you might like to introduce her to your master, for she has many things to teach.
Oh, well, I did not consider the possibility of Roshan's Rise having its own royal heritage. Your Majesty, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hi.
The
Sorry, I was
princess...
told I wasn't allowed to speak, so... And he clearly does the speaking.
Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
I'm not familiar with your customs, but you are welcome.
Oh, it's not a custom. It's because every time I speak, bad things tend to happen. So, or I stick my foot in it,
No, they're not bad things. They're just chaotic things.
Yes, big man, we get it. I'm a mess. Anyway.
Goodbye.
Such a pleasure to meet you. I would love to discuss with you further about history of our lineage and what you know and what I know. And yeah, it'd be great to have a working relationship.
Well, of course.
And I kind of half curtsy-ish.
Roll me a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
I got a 19, so charisma. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I'm just going blind right now. Oh, it's just a 19.
Okay. You see him for a split second. Is he blushing? And then he's well, yes. But of course, it would only strengthen the alliance between our people. Yes. All in due time, Your Majesty. And
finally, we have Reese. For a long time was a bard and very recently has discovered religion, which is new.
You make it sound like he's gone into an act of celibacy or like monkhood.
I wouldn't call it religion. Your
being visited, I would call that religion.
Your Highness. My name is Mist of the Morning, from the Mountain Rift. You may call me Reese. I am from the Isle of Galea, and have decided that it is time to explore and meet wonderful members of society and royalty like yourself.
you see that just out of the corner of your eye, when you mention Galea, Madeline's ears prick up in particular.
Noted.
And the king says, I am familiar with Galea. Yes, I was involved in the repelling of the Karamoon incursion and threatened your people when the barriers were dropped. I'm glad you and your people are safe and thriving, I hope.
I must admit that I had not heard of any such incursion. You see, the Mountain Rift, we are quite secluded. I am the first of the Mountain Rift clan to leave its parameters in a very long time.
So it appears we are opening communication with not one, but two new free folk of Rhódania. In a way.
In a way, yes. My clan doesn't know that I'm meeting with Your Highness.
Well, regardless, you and your comrades are more than welcome in these lands. You see, he turns to Madeline and Thrash and says, well, I think Wyld Ones is definitely an appropriate name, but very impressive. Very impressive indeed. Turns back to Bob. This tome you've mentioned, about the reconvergence, I would be thoroughly interested in such reading materials.
I'm gonna sort of like give it a sure there's no debris on it, and then hand it over to him. And I'm just gonna like look him dead in the eye and just be like, now you have to understand that this was taken from the Grand Library. It's my responsibility, so I must return it at some point, or else the head librarian will do terrible things to me. And he has every scroll in the library at his disposal. I wouldn't even want to imagine what he might come up with.
You can have the Crown's full assurance. Grand Maester Tybalt is an old acquaintance of mine, and if warranted, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with him in regards to how he handles his staff, shall we say.
Well, I think that would go quite a long way to several in the bureaucracy of the library.
Perhaps it's long overdue me paying a visit there. Maybe I could speak to him in person. I do like my reading.
Yes, I think there are many things in the library that might interest a king. And I'm going to just like point out to him, just on the last page, there were a few small notes.
This is much appreciated, and yes, I shall read over it and make copies of anything of particular note, and the book shall be returned to you at the soonest available opportunity.
Well, thank you, sire. That's quite lovely of you. In the meantime, where can one get a stiff drink around here?
Well, before you enjoy the frivolities of your success, surely a reward is called for.
Well, that would be quite. I'm going to look over at Madeline. Really? Oh.
And Madeline and Thrash both step forward and says, yes, Your Majesty, we were talking on the way here, me and Thrasham, and well, we don't want our rewards. I think you should give it to these guys. They did most of the work, and both myself.
Well, I mean, we also destroyed the airship and had to. I mean, certainly, yes.
Regardless, myself and Thrasham were as good as dead, more than once, and you came to rescue us, whilst also slaying the evil from the shadows. So yes, you did do the legwork, and we couldn't have done it without you. So, I mean, I spent most of my youth as a pirate, so I don't need gold. And then looks awkwardly at the king, says, Madeline, best not to speak of those days. It took me quite a long time to get that pardon for you. And Thrasham sort of speaks up and says, yes, I am in agreement. We have done our part, and the future is for the future generations, so I believe they shall reap the rewards. And the king sort of, a fine gesture. Sorry, I'm just a bit distracted. There's a strange tingling in the air. As we have a wild magic surge claimed in the chat by our fabulous Reese himself, the Moonkeep.
Right now.
Okay, go ahead and, well, first of all, would you like to roll this on the cleric table or the bard table?
Multi-class.
Wait, so wild magic surges like that? So what's the surge from the chat?
Well, you've claimed you claimed the thingy, didn't you? The surge.
I did.
Yeah. So.
But I kind of want neither.
All right. So.
Base off a druid, then. That's always fun.
All right. I'll tell you what. How about this? If you're going down the chaotic route, pick another member of the group.
Bridget. Frike.
Okay. So give me a D100.
Okay.
71.
70.
Wait, no, sorry, that's 77.
77. Okay. Let me just get this up here. I should have had this open already because I should know that you guys are going to do this.
Absolutely.
See, I feel like it's warranted for Bridget because I feel like Frank doesn't get up to any mischief at all.
Perfect.
So it's taking a minute to load
I
up.
think it's going to be really bad, though. I'm kind of worried.
77, was it?
I'm not. Yes,
Okay.
77.
So there's a weird tingling in the air, and then you see it's almost like a gust of air seems to emanate from Frike for a second in all directions. And you look at the chairs and table sort of off to the side. It's beautifully ornate wood. As it starts to shake a little bit and crack, as all ladders, chairs, branches, and similar non-magical objects within 50 feet become precariously brittle.
Oh no.
And the king just sort of looked over it and says, "The bloody woodworm again. It's high time we got some new furniture."
I'm gonna go poke the table really hard.
No.
I'm not even going to make you roll for it. It collapses. And you see the king's like, yes, point print. And sort of gestures over to a guard. Can someone come and sort this out? Clean up, perhaps? Thank you.
I can help clean it up if you want.
Oh no, heavens no! You are a guest of the crown. We have servants for that kind of thing.
Can I just grab a piece of it? I'd like to, just for myself, just to kind of sharpen the old claws, if that's all right. Is that okay? And it looks like good wood as well.
If you wish, yes.
Reese, would you like some?
No, I'm okay.
Oh, that's
My
good
post
stuff.
is back on the ship.
So, servants, what is that their job to clean up broken tables?
I don't think their names are just servants, Connell.
Yeah, but like, I mean, can't anyone just?
I mean,
you could do something else nice and saying, "My lovely fine people, is there any chance you could possibly tidy this up for us? The humans, you know, or the people."
We prefer the official term would be royal attendants, and they are employed for many different occupations and such. Whatever the need arises, we try and ensure that there is adequate opportunities for jobs and careers within the city for everyone. And the royal attendant is but one of many opportunities available to the people.
So like, I can just help people like that?
Oh, you certainly can. What I'm saying is there's no need. The gesture is appreciated, absolutely, but you've done more than enough good here now, and it would be very unwise and unkind of me to not reward you for your efforts, all of you. And since your companions here, the captain and Thrasham, have asked that their rewards be given to you, then he clicks his fingers, and a few attendants come in with big, heavy, jingling bags, and a bag is distributed to each of you. So go ahead and mark. If you want to do this separately or all in one bundle, it's up to you. But a grand total of 2,500 gold pieces.
Oh my lord!
So if you want to divvy that up, or
That two
Wyld
platinum,
Ones treasure.
would that make it 2 platinum and then 500 gold? Is that right?
yes, exchange rates.
Yeah.
It's 2,500 gold.
Okay.
So that's 500 gold.
Platinum is 100 gold.
Oh, I thought it was 1,000.
Yes,
Platinum is 100 gold.
yes.
Who's the treasurer?
It's a good question. It's a good time to figure out. As the Brody. As the as the money is handed out, the king looks at Bob and says, "I believe this will absolutely get you a stiff drink, and then some."
Wow. Yes, that's very. I feel as though it's incumbent upon me to, I don't know, where I come from, one does not accept a gift without giving one. And I'm going to reach into my pocket and I'm going to pull out my Snosberry fruit leather. It's quite unique. Taste is delightful. And it is meant to last for years. And will never go bad.
Fascinating. Sort of looks up and down. I shall hope to have the patience to make it last a long time and not ruin it all in one go.
Just little bites.
Thank you. And sort of looks at the 7 of you, including your companions. Says, "Well, I suppose tonight should be a night of celebration.
Yes.
Feel free to roam about the city, and if needs be, we can establish some quarters here for you for the night. Unless you wish to, unless you have other business to attend to. I myself do have some other appointments I must attend to now. But it has been a pleasure to meet you all. And thank you on behalf of not just myself, but the city and the people of these lands. Now, if you will excuse me, Carathar, if you be so kind, walk with me a while. I wish to learn about your people and your history.
As the king leaves, I'm just gonna turn around and just oh god, I thought it was gonna puke. Oh god, I was so nervous.
It's fine. Do you want a drink, my dear? I might help you a wee bit.
I want something. I want something really.
I can give you something.
You should have offered that. You should have offered that to the king.
I mean, this batch isn't quite ready yet. I'm trying to.
Why are you drinking it?
I'm testing it. You know, he needs the good stuff. He needs the royal treatment. You know, a bit of cinnamon and glitter in there, that sort of thing. Aged for like 50 years. Although saying that, I might have some hidden in storage somewhere.
You're not even 50 years.
Oh, close enough. Close enough. It's pretty good though if you do want some.
And while we contemplate whether or not drinks are to be had, we're going to take our 5-minute break. So, stick around. We will be back in a few minutes' time while we go and bio break and things like that. And we will see you in 5. See you in a bit.
Yeah.
Time to bring down a monarch.
And
Thanks,
with that, we are back. That was so perfectly timed.
Said the Irishman.
How patriotic. Welcome back, everyone. We are back after our little hiatus, and rewards have been given, and
how much was that gold again?
so 500 each for a total of 2,500.
I got really excited. I thought it was 2,500 each. I'm like, yes.
You did good work, but that's
the brew.
At least I've gone from having 0 gold and like no money to that. So it's something at least.
it
I
is.
think I had 4.
I just had bits of leaves in my pocket.
So
That's currency, right?
I guess so. Some place of the world it should be. So we return with you all having been shown back out of the palace courtyard and into Ithiriond itself, with the bustling city awaiting you. And it's about noonish, I'd say. Beautiful summer's day. Lots of activity throughout the city in the various places. And with fresh gold in your pockets, what would you like to do?
Connell is gonna try and see if he can find like a courier service or like a post office service. Like,
Okay.
that's kind of his first like matter of business.
There will be one sort of just outside the palace, the one that the palace does use, which you are able to use.
Yeah, so like I guess as we're like leaving the palace gates, and Connell's just like strolling along. And he's just, guys, I'm just gonna nip in here like really quick. I'll be straight back out.
Yeah, so you wander in. And there's...
I'm definitely heading to the market and then to a tavern.
Okay.
I was gonna go to a tavern.
Oh, wait, before you go, where are we sleeping?
Well,
Maybe-
I mean, we have the opportunity to freaking palace. I'm gonna do that, thank
Who did we
you.
talk to about that, though?
I don't know. This
One
is
should
weird.
not assume, sir.
I've never lived in a palace. Never had a staff. People taking care of things for me. Do I see anyone sort of like the head butler or something like that?
Not as you've... At this point, you've come out of the palace itself and are into the Azure Terrace, which is the little area before getting to the palace. But you could probably head back at some point today and speak to someone about that in particular. Connell, as you head into the little post office-y sort of building, there is an elderly halfling gentleman with like bushy white hair and half-moon spectacles on quite a bulbous nose, looking through some documents. And as you open the door, there's a little bell, and he looks up. Oh, welcome. How may I help you, sir?
Oh, hi. Look, I just made myself a little bit of money, and I wanted to know if I could send, let's say 50 gold to someone in Zindenarg.
Oh, absolutely, sir. Yes. Can do that for you right away. And you see him duck down behind this desk, and you hear rustling, and then eventually comes up with like quite a nice leather pouch with a ribbon tied around it, and a big sort of envelope for it to slot into. So if you make your deposit there, and then hands you a quill and saying if you can write the particular name and address, and then we can get that sorted for you.
Yeah, sure. And he like puts in the 50 gold into the envelope, and he writes on it Thea McGinnisy, and very like not nice handwriting, like very kind of rough, but he kind of like dots it, puts on like a different address on it, and he like hands it over. He also writes and Atticus as well. Like he doesn't know how to like properly lay out a letter, so he just like puts as much information as he remembers on it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
He looks at it and says, yes, I think we can make this work for you, sir. Yes. So one parcel for Zindenarg, that would be 1 silver, or if you'd like to fast track it, we can make it a gold, and it can be there by sunrise.
Just because Pat hates conversion rates, I will go 1 gold.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Well, me and my friends just got to the city. What would you recommend outsiders to do in a place like this?
Oh, well, there's always something to do. It depends upon your interests, really. There's lots of markets and shops, and there's a rather nice bathhouse there if you want to relax, or there's various guilds, or there's the Iron Hearth Academy if you want to be to join the Iron Guard and be a soldier fighting for the city, and there's lots of inns in the marketplace, and a particular one would be the Inn of the Gilded Spear is quite a popular spot from what I understand. I don't really venture to that part of town myself. I'm teetotal myself, but I understand a lot of my colleagues do find it quite enjoyable there. So there's lots to do, and I'm sure you'll find something of particular interest.
What was that last one? The Gilded Spear?
The Inn of the Gilded Spear. You will find it in the Brass Bazaar at the entrance of the city.
Huh. Yeah, I think my pals are looking for somewhere to have a afternoon drink. Yeah, I'll recommend it. Do you know if there's any like blacksmiths or any guys that can make like cool weapons?
Yes, there is. There's one called the Lazarus Arms, which is in the Edge Row. From walking from here, it is just before you get to the Halls of Finegrat. You will find it just after the entrance into Edge Row from here. Yes, they should be able to provide, well, the finest of particular goods. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a stretch. It's been a long morning, lots of post and things. Yes.
Me too.
And
I was standing in front of the king. I felt really tight. I just feels good.
Yes. There was a bard from a place called New York that reminded me that I need to be wary of my posture today. So yes, there we go. Ready for the afternoon.
Yeah, that's a lot of really handy info. Sorry, what is your name?
Oh, Bramble.
Thanks, Bramble. I hope I get to see you around the place.
The feeling is mutual. Your name is?
Oh, hi, Rhódania. I'm Connell McGinnisy. I'm from Zunanark, as you probably tell from the letter.
I suspected as much. It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Connell McGinnisy.
Thank you. Well, I'll see you later.
Ta-da!
Bob, while they're chatting, Bob's like reach his bag and pull out like a book that is an atlas that's probably about like 100 years old, but he thinks that the map of Ithiriond is probably fine. So he's going to try to find the market using this 100-year map.
Okay.
Gonna peer over his shoulder. What are you looking for?
Well, I'm thinking that I'd like to go to the market and discover something. I might be able to turn into a gift for the barkeep aboard the Discourteous Rose. Not something so inane as sweets or flowers or something like that, but something that he.
You guys are really getting cozy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Bob has got a crush. Bob has got a crush.
I feel like we've moved. When someone gives you more in an evening,
that was muted.
Love that it cut
The
out at
crush
the
level.
perfect time there.
Yeah, all of that got censored.
For the better.
This is the family-friendly version of the stream
That's
tonight.
right. Damn it. But the response was both witty and delightful. So,
Ooh.
Well, that's good.
and I'm sure that this map is still fine.
I'm going to like blow the dust off of it from over his shoulders. Be like,
As you blow, you notice like part of the page falls off too.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Bob. In case he
I
gets
too
very
will
lost.
cast guidance on Bob.
As he
Double guidance. I'm sure that makes no mechanical sense, but I will allow it.
Well, as the guidance gets passed, all of a sudden, Bob, you see him just turn the book the right way up because apparently he was looking at it upside down. So thankfully, it just sort of points. It's like markets are always close to the center of town. Yes, I think this is just to show us. I mean, it looks like there's supposed to be a spire over there or something, and that seems to all be new. That whole general neighborhood over there, but I'm sure we'll find it.
I would probably suggest that while you're using your little paper book thingy, why don't you look out for street signs as well? They are quite handy things to use in this modern day of age.
Well,
I mean, you're a man of science. You know what they are, surely.
I mean, I didn't even realize they had street signs.
Most big cities do, from what I hear. Even
How-
Russian's
how-
Rise, I think, had one. So.
he's definitely like still got it in his head because the science is so far behind the world that he came from. He still sort of looks at most things on the planet as sort of middle-aged, like medieval times, like just
Like how people think of Ireland.
Well, I mean, most people think of Ireland because it's the new tech sector for Britain. Like, there's at this point, there's, but sure.
Bob, you could just retrace your steps. We entered the city through a bazaar.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Well, that's convenient. And he's going to put the book back into his bag and sort of peer around a bit and be like, it was, we came in was over there.
Well, guidance hasn't worn off already, has it?
Go ahead and make a survival check and add 2d4 of guidance.
Bob gets lost in the library sometimes.
Oh, bless him.
Okay, not bad. So survival. What do I have on that? So that's a and then 2d4. You say additional. Let's see. So that's a 4, and that's 3. So that's so 24 on his survival, and you realize that what he's been doing is he was like pointing there and then retracing his steps and then thinking about what was there in the atlas, and then was like, but that was no, and then after the war, then that changed, and then it would have been over here. So it's this way. Fantastic.
Around about this time, Connell rejoins the group.
Okay, hi. So the guy working in the post office said that there's a place called the Gilded Spear. It's apparently a really good spot for afternoon pints.
As soon as you say Gilded Spear, Bob just starts.
You dirty bastard.
Well, it's nothing terrible. It's just.
Oh, you know it's on your mind, dirty man.
There's there's a thing that you do that's called gilding the spear.
Oh,
Bob talk.
Gild that spear, Bob.
Well, Connell, my dear, were there any other points of interest? Because, I mean, I'm going meta. Where are the toilets? But yeah, I feel like I need a little bit of freshening up, to be honest. And maybe pick up a couple of things in a shop.
Well, I kind of sussed out where I like to go, but I'm sure as we go there, we'll find other things I want to go to see if there's a blacksmith to make some weapons. I assume along the way we'll probably come across other shops because now that we're actually in a city, there's some stuff I would like to get, stuff to help the adventure. But yeah, and then Connell kind of points towards where the post office guy advised him, and I think down that, go down this way, take that right. I think that takes you to the Gilded Spear.
Well,
Real quick, Frike will look toward the post office, and perhaps we can meet there once we've concluded our business, and she will start walking toward the post office.
Should one of us maybe send a letter to Brim to let him know that we've made it here, okay?
Oh, what a delightful idea. How very courteous. Yes. I think. Now I'm just going to pull out some, quill and ink and papers and all that stuff in my bag. I'm going to pull it out and just write a very quick note to Brim, letting him know that, it was a fairly uneventful journey back. And, we're here in the capital now, and I'm gonna put I'm gonna put 100 gold into the bag as sort of a reward for Bryn's help, and then I'm gonna pass around the little note that I wrote with the quill and be like, does everyone want to sign?
Instead of using the quill, I'm just gonna because I've obviously got my gloves on. I don't want to dirty them or like ruin them in any way. I'm going to use one of my hind legs and just kind of dip my paw into the ink and just kind of tap it onto the letter and then just like scribble an F onto it.
See.
Good idea. I'm just gonna like lather my hand in ink and just finger popper in. He'll get it, and I'll just like prestidigitation it off.
Can you do a little bit of my leg as well? Thanks. Thanks. Cheers.
And then I'm going to, since Frike is like, create like a little envelope, like just wax seal that with a little pouch with 100 gold. Just say, would you mind when you go over just sending this off?
Of course.
Well, thank you.
Cheers, babe.
I'll see you all at the Gilded Spear, was it?
I'll make sure to get you a drink, okay? See if they've got snacks as well for you. Any fish cakes or something.
Oh my God.
Lovely.
Fish head.
Fish!
Just half a fish. There.
Okay.
It's a bowl of eyes. Fish eyes.
So,
Nom, nom, nom.
Frike goes into the post office where Bramble turns around. Oh, good morning. How can I help you, madam?
Hello. I have this bundle to send off to a citizen of Roshan's Rise. But I'd like to add one more thing, and she will reach into her pack and pull out a small carved wooden shoe, more than likely in the shape of a croc, with a little tap underneath it, and add it to the bundle.
Oh my god, he could finally be a tap dancer. Oh.
My heart.
Oh, Frike.
Ah,
But
yes.
then also, she'll also ask, but do you also have a spare paper and quill? I'd like to write another letter.
Of course, yes. Hands you a quill and some paper while he takes the other one, sort it out. Roshan's Rise, yes, we've just received instruction from the palace for opening a mail dispatch system, so I think this will be the first correspondence to Roshan's Rise.
Oh, well, that's exciting. She'll just keep writing the letter, but as soon as she's finished, she'll seal it and everything, but then she'll ask, could you deliver this to the king?
To the king? Oh, why certainly, yes, absolutely, yes.
And then she'll reach into the portion of her gold and probably pull out a giant fistful of just like, will this suffice?
It will more than suffice. Yes, thank you so much. Oh, please come again. Please come again.
With that sorted, she will bid the halfling adieu and go and rejoin everyone else.
Just as you're leaving, you hear him rush into the back and go, Meredith, we're having takeout tonight, darling.
Takeout. Aw.
Okay, so you make your way through the city towards the Inn of the Gilded Spear. To the rest of you, where would you like to go?
Definitely the bazaar.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything on the way to the bazaar that any of you wish to do or stop off at?
I'd like to check out a bathhouse if possible. Get
Yeah.
all freshened up
Absolutely.
and
By the
smelling good.
sapphire. The
Yeah.
sapphire
Okay.
house.
Oh my god, are we gonna have a spa day?
Spa.
Yeah.
To be smelling all like floral and perfumed and shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
Massages,
Cats are just gonna
pedicures. Oh my god, pedicures. And
So-
manicures.
As you all enter the Sapphire Bathhouse, which is just on the right-hand side as you're walking through, you are greeted with an incredible sight. Let me find the right music for this, because
Why am I instantly going to pervy when you say an incredible sight? I can imagine some sort of like
What kind of bathhouse?
muscular man.
I mean,
I'm
Tell me
here
what-
to give you a massage now.
there's only one way to find out.
As
But
you
like-
walk into the bathhouse, you see a rock.
So, the first thing you're greeted with as you walk in is every wall and roof is draped in vibrant purple, like curtains almost. Just everything is fabric around you. There is incense burning all over the place. Let me just change this up real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, I've lost it. Where is it? Where is it? Where's it gone? Every time I scroll down, it refreshes. It's not helpful.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Playing some filler music. Da,
Thank you.
da, da,
I appreciate
da,
it.
da, 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 da.
It's definitely not that music.
Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, where's it gone?
Da, 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 da. I'm gonna keep going.
Here we go.
Da, 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 da.
Is that good?
It sounds exactly like what I was singing.
Absolutely.
So, you walk in, you see the cozy, cushy vibes, the incense thick in the air as you walk in, and you instantly feel the warmth emanating from this building as you enter the Sapphire Bathhouse. And you see quite a number of tieflings populating as the staff of this particular bathhouse. And one approaches and bows in very extravagant robes with a very, very low cut. This sort of non-binary tiefling approaches. A very extravagant bow. Welcome to the Sapphire Bathhouse. Our business is your pleasure. How can we assist?
Yeah.
Just a bath. Just a bath. For like
Yeah.
all of us.
Oh, you would like a communal bath between the five of you? That can certainly be arranged.
I
Yeah.
think we might need 3 separate. But I'm just thinking that there's some of us with a lot of fur. There's one of us who's made of rocks, and then 2 skin people. So
I don't think we want to see other people's snozzberries, to be perfectly honest. I think that's what Bob's trying to say.
Oh, I believe me, if you're entering the Sapphire Bathhouse for the first time, then you're about to see a lot of snozzberries.
That's fine. Is that? But I was just like, I'm thinking, I want to sit in a warm bath with a bunch of hair in it. Is really where I'm objecting. This because I feel like I will leave the bath hair all over me.
I mean, it depends. Are your furry friends of the molting variety? Or there are some that do not particularly molt?
It depends on the season, really, to be honest. Oh, sorry.
She gets it. We're not shedding right now. It's the middle of summer.
Ah, then this is no problem.
But then again, you come from like a bit of a cold bit, don't you?
I do.
But you've shed your
Groomings, I think.
oh, you've shed that I was gonna say skin there, coat. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been traveling around here for like 9 months. I feel like
Oh,
I've grown against them.
You're fine then. It's fine. Cool. And besides, they'll brush us down to get any loose like hair off.
You do have
I mean,
brushes?
we can add
Hope
the
so.
we can add the grooming package if you wish. It depends how much you want to spend.
I feel like that if we do that, we're going to look like the cowardly lion in The Wizard of Oz when they go and get done up in the Emerald City. I'm all for it.
Nip it here, nip it there, and a couple of
He does.
Well, I am ready, and I'm like taking off my cape. I haven't had communal grooming in a long time.
Very well. Claps his hands, and a couple other tieflings come out with 5 of the same vibrant purple you see on the walls all around you. Gowns in very soft silk with like a golden lining on the collar around the edges, and hands one to each of you.
Why is it called a sapphire if everything is in purple?
Because when you have finished here, your eyes and your skin and your soul will be glistening like that of a sapphire.
Oh, wow. Yes. That sounds.
I'm ready. Darlings, I'm gonna go get it.
So, if you would like to follow me, I shall make arrangements for the 5 of you to have a most relaxing, entertaining, chilled out experience here at the Sapphire Bar House.
Oh,
I'm
do you have
saying I would like the royal treatment, please. The full works. That's what I would like.
Oh yes, you want the royal package. That could be arranged. It is a bit more pricey.
I'll price
How much are we talking exact?
I think the real question is, how relaxed do you want to be?
Hey, I know. I don't be a hustler. I know. I know the sales tactics. My dear, I know it.
I'm going to grab 100 gold and say, does this suit all of us?
Oh, Your Majesty, the royal experience awaits. All of you, my lords and ladies, right this way.
Well, yes, this should be. Well, thank you very much.
Freeze.
And he leads you into the interior and down a corridor, and well, if I'm honest, there's some very interesting noises coming from specific rooms on this corridor, which I will let you imagine yourselves. This is for the audience and players' interpretations.
Meow.
Is there a Sirenscape noise for that?
Do you know what? There actually is, but I don't have it set up. But it's one of the things that gave me the idea for this place when I first came up with the city, way back when.
I really, just above table, I really want this to be like the bathhouse that I used to go to in Virginia, which has like all of like, you know, it's got like your pool room where it's like, there's all of the different sized pools that are all different temperatures, and then you got the sauna and all that kind of stuff. But then you go out into, and those are sort of gendered, so you've got the men's side and the women's side, and then you go out to the communal area, and you have like all these different rooms where there's like the crystal room where literally like the walls are made of crystal. You've got like the clay bead room where the entire floor of the room is all these little clay beads. So like it feels, every time you take a step, it feels like you're getting a massage. And then there's like the ice room where it's kept at like 30 degrees. So that like after you've been in the sauna, you go in there and log. It's just.
Then there's a fire room where they just burn all your skin off.
So the main vibe throughout this establishment is it's very similar to, if any of you have been to a Turkish baths before. It's very much like that. But as I said, there are some different areas where extra communal activities are sort of catered for and in some cases encouraged. But the five of you are taken down the corridor into a room in the back where you enter and you can see a large circular pool. The surrounds made of marble and steam rising all around the outskirts of it. And at the entrance, in similar robes to yours, but a bit more scantily clad, shall we say, a male and female tiefling with a pine leaf in each hand, ready to cool you down if you get a bit hot.
This is, I'm just gonna.
I thought they were gonna hit us with it.
No. Roll initiative. You see across from this pool area there is a table full of fruits and grapes and different kinds of nibbles. There is wine. There is music. This is the royal package. Again, our business is your pleasure. Your pleasure is most certainly our business. If you need anything, then please just ring the bell over there, and I shall be here for you.
I do have a question.
Of course.
Two, really. Is the water at all? And do you have a masseuse on staff?
Oh, we certainly do. That is part of the package, if you wish.
I think, how does this sound to everyone? If we have the masseuse come in and just give everyone a nice shoulder rub.
I want a full body one, thank you. Shoulder.
Trying to do something nice for everyone. Never.
I mean, it's just a waste. If you just get your shoulders done, you got to do the whole package. I'm only little anyway, so it won't take long.
Oh, can we? Is there any way that we beds in here and do the massages?
Oh, you cut off just then, Bob. Sorry.
Is there any way that we could bring the masseuses in here and the tables and just do them while we are floating, so we're sort of weightless while it's happening?
This should not be a problem. You're about the whole package. Your wishes are command. If it's not something we've done before, well, we can certainly try.
Bob is definitely gonna get down to his skivvies, hop into the pool after grabbing it. And you just hear this. Oh my God, it's perfect. Oh my God, it's nice.
So what the five of you will notice as you each enter the pool is the water immediately around your body automatically adjusts itself to the perfect temperature for your physique.
Oh.
So I imagine the area around Connell is probably boiling hot.
Just how I like it.
Volcanic.
Bob's gonna look over and just assume that Connell is just hot. Sees the bubbles coming up, boiling steam.
No, Connell's very hesitant about this whole experience. This is so new and alienating for him. He's just so we take off all our clothes and get in the same bath together?
Yes.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And where do we put our stuff? Do we take that in the bath as well?
No. Over there, you see those wonderful cubbies. As Reese goes over and puts it in the cubby. Over here.
Okay.
Put on my silk robe, and I'll walk over and start getting myself brushed out. Just enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Sorry.
You see Connell take off his shirt and I imagine fucking Death Leopard starts playing as he takes off his shirt. You just see like all his fucking ruffling abs and like it's all da-da-da-da-da-da.
Literally sculpted.
Rhódania could not look away.
Sculpted from marble.
The tiefling
Bob
attendant.
looks down at himself and his little sort of his tummy, and he's like, "Gotta start doing some push-ups."
The tiefling attendant approaches Fronia. Madame, your gloves? May I take some?
You can certainly try.
Okay. He starts to tug on the gloves. They're really stuck on there.
Yeah. I've got a skin condition. Maybe that might be why they can't come off. I don't know.
Oh, I completely understand. Would you like some extra chamomile in the water? Maybe help your skin?
It's just these parts. It's okay. I'll be fine. Like, I don't want to ruin the water for everyone else, you know.
Put the chamomile in.
Well, now I'm a little terrified about.
What are you terrified about?
Just that your skin condition could win the water. I mean, do we need to take you to a healer?
No. It's fine. It's what I say that to everyone about. It's just easier than saying anything else. But it's okay. It's fine. Let's go and get relaxed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm already in the. I got my wine. Got like some nibbles. Got like, yes, it's lovely.
Yeah.
So seeing the cubbies, I was trying to think of how Frank would play this. She would probably like put all of her clothes in the cubby but not notice that there's a robe, so she would just walk back toward the tub, bared in all her glory, and she is kind of I picture her being like a muscly type body and definitely like a athletic, we'll say. So she'll walk back to the tub like there's no problem and then just sit in it, directly in it. Probably like so the water is up to her neck.
Rhódania's just like looking, just like, oh.
I'm really curious with Fright. What is the perfect temperature of that water?
Ooh, I think lukewarm enough so like, you know Daredevil, like how Daredevil sleeps in the water bath? Kind of like that.
Okay.
A little bit like that. Just lukewarm enough to be like comfortable enough to sleep in if she needs to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take like a little piece of I'm gonna try. It's not gonna quite good enough, like not quite well done enough for. I'm just gonna like hold it over the boiling water near Connell until it cooks.
Yeah, Connell's kind of like staying like towards the edge of the pool because, as we all know, he can't swim.
Oh yeah. You're staying in the
Connell
shallow
is
end, mate.
Yep.
Connell is the personal hot pot for the group.
Well.
So as
All
he's
right.
like Bob's like cooking his thing in Connell's bath water, I guess he's just like, so we just sit in the bath and you feel nice. Is that how it works?
Well, one of the things that will happen.
Everyone's glazing over for Bob talking
Right.
about how bath works.
Blah, 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 blah.
My bath usually just licking myself, you know?
Absolutely. You enjoy yourself, and eventually there'll come a point where you just all the tension just leaves your body.
Perfect censorship, honestly.
Oh dear.
Allow yourself to get pampered.
The tiefling approaches you all as you're all enjoying the pool. Says, so, You wanted the massage package. Is there a preference to your masseuse? Anybody?
What's a what? Tell me what this is.
You receive a massage. And your achy joints or somewhere, they need it with big, powerful hands until it feels better.
Connell, you most likely are going to need your very...
Yes, I suspect as much, but I have a few ideas for this.
Just being on him like drums.
That is an option. We could do this. But do any of you have a preference?
I mean, I don't have a preference of person. I just want a full body and is able to, like, including my tail, you know? Everyone forgets the tail.
Well, certainly we can certainly cater for such a thing. Yes.
Deep tissue? I heard that once. Is that...
Is that where they use their elbows? And just like stand in your...
It is a very powerful massage. Yes. Good for the athletic kind, which clearly you are.
Rhódania just kind of looks at her podgy belly and says, like, I'm not the athletic kind.
Very well. The masseuse will be in shortly for each of you. Again, if you need anything, ring the bell, and I shall be with you. Please enjoy your stay at the Sapphire Bathhouse. You notice he says that a lot. Like he's taking every moment he can to do a cheap plug for the Sapphire Bathhouse, even though you're already in the Sapphire Bathhouse. It's like
It's like he's a social media influencer.
It's like you know, it's like a YouTuber saying, "Don't forget to smash that like button." And today's sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. And
don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Sapphire Bathhouse.
Yeah, live streaming right now.
Oh no!
Can I roll? May I roll a quick vibe check just to see what's this guy's deal? Like, does he look a bit sketch? Is he being as authentic as he's portraying himself?
He just will have a nice time, can he?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
That is a 5.
A 5. You've not met people like this before, but you like the cut of his jib.
I gotta tell you guys, like, growing up in the streets, I never thought I'd be sharing paths with people. It's a new one.
Just don't look, please. Just don't. That's the one thing I would say in a bathhouse. Just if there's naked people about, don't look.
Oh, I mean, my mom always told me not to look at naked people anyway.
So where are your eyes? We're all kind of derobed. I mean,
Everyone just sat there like...
That's a beautiful ceiling.
Yeah, you look up at the ceiling and realize it's mirrored.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like Rhódania is like. Rhódania is like thigh height as well. Like she's like at everybody's dick.
Oh no!
Oh,
You said it, now it's canon.
Get that out of my face!
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god. Oh.
So, go ahead.
I was just gonna. What are we going to do? Well, just like we're doing bathhouse things, but like, what is everyone's plans here in the Iron Guard city, whatever it is?
In turn, Well, I know that I want to try and discover a bit more about my past. I'm sure in a big place like this, there's probably some sort of archives or records. Like, hopefully, I'm not sure. I don't even know. Was the city around before the great convergent thing? I don't know, but yeah. Either way, I want to have a look and see if there's anything about what Caratha was telling me about. That's my plan anyway. That and maybe like pick up some shiny magic-y things and get pissed. So depends how long we're here for. What about you?
I don't know. Maybe go play some music somewhere.
Oh yeah, we haven't had a gig in a while, have we? That might be a good shout.
Maybe at the Gilded Spear after.
See if there's like an open horn night or something.
You mean an open stage?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't get out much, you know that.
I mean, you stole my muffin when we first met, so.
Hey, I like to think that my people skills have got better, and I gave you back your muffin.
They have, and you did. I'm just saying, at the time, it wasn't the best, and it showed that you didn't get out.
I'm sorry. It's a bit difficult when all you have to socialize with is a bunch of fucking foxes and animals and stuff, so they're not very talkative. You get a little bit... Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, so you were saying you'd like to play some music?
Well, I was just thinking, I was thinking maybe we could have a gig, but we don't have to worry about our rooms anymore. Well, at least for now, we're staying at the palace.
Yeah. Right, Bob, Connell, what are your plans?
Bob at this point is just like, he looks like he's just sort of melted. This is the first time he's had a chance to do this since in many years. The library does not have facilities like that. So he's just
If it
like,
is to the forbidden section.
Oh, we certainly have a forbidden section here, but you have to pay a little bit extra.
Oh.
Been more extra than 100.
Don't worry, I'll give you my 20 gold, alright? I'll buy you a drink or something.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm done.
As you say that, you hear the door open and 5 masseuse. Is that the plural for?
Messiah.
5 Maasai walk into the room. It's like a doorway that's situated behind you all, and they all line up around you and begin to give you a nice shoulder massage. And it's quite nice. I mean, even Connell,
I could just imagine fucking like.
Imagine him
Goliath,
crunching.
Goliath Helga is just like, I fooled you.
There's definitely big meaty hands on yours, and do you know what? We wouldn't expect it to work, but they're finding a way. And you hear a lot of cracking and creaking, and it feels good. I will say at this point, for the 5 of you, for indulging in the Sapphire Bathhouse for the next 24 hours, go ahead and add +2 to all your ability checks.
oh, nice.
Nice.
I like to imagine when Connell leaves the bathhouse, he is a diamond genasi now.
Under so much pressure.
Is that his purest form?
And while you're all having these little massages, Feronia and Reese, you each feel the hand slip away from your shoulders, and then a different hand, one on each of your shoulders. And it doesn't massage, it just clenches hard and harder and harder. And as you look up to see the source of this, you just see this. You can't see a face, but there's hair drifted down, and you hear this voice. You. And I found you both again. As they blow the hair out of their face, revealing a siren.
Fucking hell. Like, the bitch is back.
And that's where we'll wrap things up for this week.
Great. So my ex just shows up. Fantastic. The bitch is back.
Indeed.
I told you she thinks we're doing stuff together.
I'm just not into you like that.
Neither am I. I'm not into anyone like that.
There.
So, what will happen next, I wonder?
Oh, God.
I mean, think about it. You guys don't have any of your weapons on you right now.
So we have to take off all our equipment?
Uh-huh. It's all stowed away with your clothes in the cubby holes at the far side of the room.
Natural abilities?
I mean,
How far? How many feet?
We will find out next week. As we're wrapping up for tonight. A big,
I can't wait to
big...
see our pet bunnies painted naked.
I mean, don't tempt me with a good time.
Naked battle force.
I can just imagine, like, Feronia from behind just showing her butt.
A massive thank you to my wonderful players for a lovely session as always, and everyone who tuned in tonight, including the fabulous people over at Roll Together for that fantastic raid earlier on. Thank you, big love to all you wonderful folk. Hope to see you all again very soon. Before we wrap up, let's go around the table and re-meet our cast. So please tell us who you are, who you've played, give us any promo for any things you've got coming up, and favourite moment of the session, starting with Feronia.
Hello. I'm Maya K. Mart the Pirate. I play Feronia, the Circle of Stars Phillies Druid. You can find me on all social media platforms as Myrat the Pirate, apart from Twitter, where I am Myrat Pirate. I currently stream every Sunday on Twitch if you want to find more chaos over there. I'm also working really hard on posting loads of stuff on my YouTube channel, so go over there, check me out as Myrat the Pirate. And yeah, do all the good stuff, all the happy engagement thingies. And my favorite moment. Oh dear. Probably Bob cooking his food in Connell.
In Connell. Specifically in Connell?
In Connell's water. Or when poor Reese got his face smashed in and just basically just bitched at the guards. Probably those two moments.
Gift of gab.
Yeah, baby.
I do love gift of
For the bitch.
All right, thank you, Connell.
Hello, I am Patrick, aka Patrick. Sometimes I draw art. Monday nights I play Common Gilsey or Genasi, the Night Fighter. You can find me on Twitter at Pattunes, on Instagram at pat.tunes, and TikTok at Pattunes as well. I've got an offer coming up because this Friday I'll be playing a deck load of Pokemon, and I am super excited for it. Whoop. So I'll probably be asking the QuestJunkies chat if anybody wants to trade me some Virgin exclusives and all that jazz. So Patrick's favorite moment of the night was I loved the fact that I finally got to send dear old mom some money. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
And don't forget, people at home, if you are part of the Discord and you have a particular favourite moment of your own for tonight, you can stick it in the Pat Prompts channel if you wish to have it illustrated by our dear rock boy, Connell McGinnisy himself.
I have been a little bit behind on doing any of them at the moment, but that's because I've been working hard at doing really good art for all my campaigns I'm in at the moment, because it's coming.
Yeah. And we look forward to it. Thank you so much. And moving on, Bob.
I'm Kyle. I play Bob. I'm over Fingered Allies.
Your audio is cut out again. Sorry.
Damn it! I'm Kyle. I play Bob. You can find me most of the time over at Playnerd Allies, over on Twitch and Discord. And we actually just released a fabulous supplement for Spelljammer, which is getting some delightful reviews, which I'm very excited about. Still. So go check that out. It's got all kinds of fabulous new weapons and rooms that you can put in your Spelljammer so that it's not just a weapon of war anymore. You can make a home as you travel through the astral sea. So yeah, go check that out. That is absolutely love it.
A home of war.
And the link is in the chat. A favourite moment?
I want to say definitely getting hit in the face with I think was pretty delightful. And then that nat one in a ridiculously random moment is always absolutely delightful.
Absolutely. I hope for many, many more. Thank you so much. Rike.
Hello, I am Bridget. I play the currently bared for the world to see Tarkin.
Mommy?
And
Sorry.
yeah. But never mommy, please.
Goth mommy, goth mommy.
Hopefully coming soon to a t-shirt near you. Nothing new to report, but next Monday I'll be moved into the new place. So
Yay!
And a favorite of mine finally got to send out that wooden gift that I've had in my back pocket this whole time.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for.
Actually, I'd love to see a pat prompt of Bryn getting the shoe.
I mean, at some point that might come up as a post-credit scene because it'll take a little bit to get there, but I think
true.
we do need to share in that moment as a group. So, yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Great.
And last but never least, Reese.
Hello, everyone. I am Wyatt. It is good to meet you all. Again, for the 13th time. Yeah, so I play Reese, our wonderful Whisper of College of Whispers Bard and Life Cleric. Jesus Christ. You can find me on the Moonkeep on all social medias. Oh, words escape me today. Go to all social medias, search the Moonkeep, you'll find me. Things that are coming up. Really big announcement, actually. Really, really big announcement will be coming up later this week. I can't say anything official, but it is very massive. And if you've ever wanted to meet Felix in person at a luxury event, you might be able to do so soon in 2024 and 2025. So more details are coming soon, but yeah, letting you all know that fun stuff is coming for the Moonkeep. Beyond that, no, we're all good. My favorite part, I almost forgot. Oh gosh, I don't know. Honestly, the bitching out the guards. Gift of Gap.
It was very legendary.
Yeah, Gift of Gap, twice.
Okie dokie. Amazing. Thank you so much. And I have been everybody else, portrayed by Patch, your ever humble dungeon master. You can find me here all the time. You can also find me guesting over on the QuestJunkiesUK channel this week, in fact, on Friday, where I will be portraying the role of the sassy yet classy Order of Scribes Kalishtar wizard, Kaelin Stowgrove, who just got killed by the evil god of the sea and brought back to life. So she's processing a lot right now, and on Friday you'll find out how she's going to react to that, because I don't even know yet. We'll find out when we go live on Friday. And you can also see me back here on QuestJunkiesUK on Saturday for session number 2 of our brand new mini campaign, the Demethrin 5. A mini campaign running at the same time in world as this one, but on a continent at the other side of the world, where much intrigue and mystery awaits our 5 new heroes heading northward towards a volcanic area of the continent where some sort of rot has taken place, and they are investigating the source of it in an attempt to not just figure it out, but also prevent it from causing any further damage. But more on that on Saturday. That wraps it up for us. Do stick around for the raid. We love you all very, very much. And take care. Have a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. And we'll see you next time. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi guys.